Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make some jollof rice. This is a very easy recipe to do. It's not hard, it's not stressful. Just follow what I'm doing and you'll be all good. So whilst making this recipe, I did make a little bit mistake, and I'm going to show you guys how I overcome it all, or how I fixed it in this video, so stay tuned. So we're gonna start off by seasoning our meat. I went with some hot peppers, some onion, salt, some all peppers, turmeric, and some salt. I mixed them all well and let it marinate for like 2 minutes. If you're not gonna use the meat, you can skip this side, and if you're using meat, don't skip this side. Okay, so what we're gonna do, grab your pot, any pot of size that you've got, and we're gonna put some oil in there, and then we're gonna fry your meat. So I'm frying my pork. So what you want to do is you're gonna fry it until golden brown. So in the same pot, go add your onions to it. So this is one whole onion, so I use one whole onion at this part. Make sure your onion is fried, not burnt, and it's like golden color, just like you see. And so we're gonna go in with our puree. I added about 1 tablespoon of tomato puree. All right, so this is where I made a mistake. So you know how we fried up the pork? My stove was really high, so to get that golden color really quick on my pork, I turn up my stove high. Now I forgot to turn it down, and that results to my tomato puree burning really badly. So this is how I fixed it. Okay, so I make sure I stir up, make sure get all the burnt out. And in my household, what we tend to do is we tend to cook our fresh tomatoes, and this is done to take about 80% of that water out, and this makes it easier when you're making stew or making any other dishes with tomatoes. So I took about 2 cups of this freshly cooked tomatoes. I added it to my jollof base, and I make sure I mixed. Also make sure I took make sure any burnt is out of the pot. Yeah, and then I went in with some water, so I added about 100 mils of water, little by little though, not all at once, because I wanted to gauge. I didn't want to be watery, if I'm making sense. I didn't want my base to be watery, but I wanted it to be thick enough, so that the season wise. Anyway, so this is how it looked like. It looks like after I had added the water. I've added the tomato puree, no, the tomato paste puree, and yeah, let it cook also for 5 minutes. So I went in with some seasoning. So I went with onion, salt, all pepper seasoning as well, and I also went with some salt and mixed everything really well, and I let it stay on the stove for like extra 5 minutes till everything incorporates, all the seasoning comes together. And then I went in with my rice. So I had 3 cups of rice. I made sure I washed them, or rinsed them 3 times, and then yeah, and then I added to my pot. And yeah, so at this point you've got to mix your rice. Make sure you mix your rice really well, because sometimes what tend to happen is that some of the stew will be on one side, like it's not, the season will not be balanced. I mean, I think your jollof rice wouldn't be balanced if it's not mixed really properly. So that's what I was doing here. I made sure every inch it's mixed properly. Then I went in with about 200 mils of water, or 150 mils of water to be honest, and I went in not all at once. I did little by little to make sure that I didn't have too much water and I had just enough. All right, so after 6 minutes, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do a flip. So all you do is you flip over your rice. You flip all over all your rice. Now the tools that I used to do the flipping was not the best decision that I have made, because it was metal and what I was dealing with was hot, so my hands kept burning. So I don't have much footages of me flipping because I wasn't like, ow, I was like, ow, it hurts. So yeah, so you just flip So you flip over, you flip so that the top layer which is not cooked will go to the bottom, so the bottom that is cooked will go up. Literally, that's the systematic thing that you do. Oh, and I also end up changing my spoon. I got a wooden one instead, which is very nice and easy. Okay, so one thing as well is when you're making jollof rice is the steam. The steam cooks your rice. Okay, so if whilst you turn everything, you need to cover it really quickly. So you need to be quick with turning up the rice, with turning it upside down. That's what I'm trying to say. You need to turn, then cover, turn, then cover, turn, then cover. If you ever find yourself making the base of your jollof rice and it's burnt, you can always add some fresh tomatoes to it, and then put a bit of seasoning, and you should be good actually. If it's burnt to no repair, you need to start all over. Honestly, you have to start all over, because if not, your jollof is going to be very bitter, and that's not what you want. So I don't know if you can see my one. My one was burnt, but was not burnt. I was in the kitchen as well because I was doing two things at the same time. Yeah, multitasking. So I could just smell like something is burning, so I quickly opened the lid and I realized it's burning, so I fixed it. But if in your case you're not in the kitchen, you didn't realize it was burning and it burnt, and it's too burnt, don't do what I've done. You've got to start over. I know it's going to be a waste of ingredients, but you have to start over. If not, I don't think your jollof is going to recover or it's going to be nice. That brings us to the end of the video. Subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below. If you've ever been in a situation that you're able to recover, leave a comment below. Thank you all for watching. Stay blessed, stay safe. Bye bye. I'm not happy.